There are currently 37 fruits that are in bloxfruits, 21 which are natural and 10 that are elemental. But today's goal, we're going to find out which of these 37 is the best out of all. We're going to go through every fruit and decide which one takes the gold medal. Each fruit will also be put through 4 categories: running ability, DPS, defense, and abilities. And the awakening abilities will also be tested too at the end. Hope you enjoy. Rocket is not real. I don't think Rocket is real. It's garbage. I'm pretty sure that doesn't need to be said. It's a natural fruit. It's hard. It has nothing. It serves nothing. Its move list consists of Missile Fist, Airstrike, Rocket Crash, and Blast Off. Now, obviously, you can't really expect Rocket to be up there, so I'll give it a 0 out of 5 for defense, 2 out of 5 for DPS, 1 out of 5 for abilities, and 3 out of 5 for running ability. In all,
6
out of 20. Absolutely hard. Spin is literally just the brother of Rocket. It's absolutely garbage, but just like every other fruit, I'm forced to go over it. So, the move lists are Razor Wind, Tornado Assault, Air Slasher, Helicopter Flight. The only thing I can say about this is that the Tornado Assault reminds me of the Shark Anchor Z move. For Spin, it's depressing. 0 out of 5 for defense, 2 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, just because of the Tornado Assault, 2 out of 5 for running ability. In all, 7 out of 20. Spin is just okay, and I'm saying that lightly because it's only good for like the chop is something. We're getting somewhere, not anywhere far, but somewhere. The move list is just a whole circus. Tackle, dance, party, helicopter. Sounds like some Pokemon moves. The only advantage you could see from Chop is that swords do no damage. But then again, it's Chop, so it doesn't really work that much. But if you're really annoyed at sword users, the Chop is the fruit for you. If you're insane enough to use it, there you go. Chop's rating is coming in at a 3 out of 5 for defense, 1 out of 5 for DPS, 0 out of 5 for abilities, 2 out of 5 for running ability. In all, 6 out of 20. I don't know why you would choose Chop unless you're just really sick of sword mains. I see no other reason. Bomb is just one of those fruits where if you bought a permanent fruit and your friend doesn't know about it, you would eat that to troll him. Of course it's a bad fruit, but I do like how different it feels though. It's not that bad. It's not bad, but it's horrible. The move list is Targeted Bomb, Bomb Grab, Landmines, Self-Destruct, and Explosive Jump. I'll rate it a 0 out of 5 for defense, 2.5 out of 5 for DPS, 1 out of 5 for abilities, 1 out of 5 for running ability. But don't get me wrong, if there was a different category, I would have given it a 5 out of 5. But shamefully, the bomb is coming in at a 4.5 out of 20. Yep, smoke. That's right, sports fans. Our first elemental fruit, and probably most people's first elemental fruit, unless you rolled one or some other person gave it to you. But smoke is just, it's not bad, okay? It's not, yeah, it's horrible. I don't know who I'm kidding. It's absolutely trashy. People should not use this fruit. People should not be spending this fruit in the first seat. Dear God, please do not spend 100k on this fruit, please. Unless you really want an elemental fruit, please do not spend your money on this fruit. Please, just save it. Please, just save it. The move list is Smoke Slam, Smoke Blast, Smoke Liberation, and Smoke Bomber. Smoke Liberation is just such a cool name. I don't know why they went so hard on that. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5 for defense because it's a Logia, 2 out of 5 for DPS, 2 out of 5 for abilities, 2 out of 5 for running ability, so a 7 out of 20. Not bad, but I was very generous. Spike is just smoke, but without the Logia and 30 tons of methamphetamines. Its move list is just Yeah, again, just a whole circus. Spike summon, whirlwind, spiky ball, and spike barrage. I really think they took some inspiration off of Spike Barrage for that one Awakened Doe move, which is pretty cool, but the difference is one is really underwhelming and the other one is the best move in the game. But hey, what are you gonna do? 4 Spike, 0 out of 5 for defense, 2 out of 5 for DPS, 2 out of 5 for abilities, 0 out of 5 for running ability, a 4 out of 20. What are you gonna do? Really, it's Spike. What did you expect? Flame, yeah, we're getting up there. We're getting up there. All right. So the good thing about Flame is obviously it's a great starter fruit for the people in the Versi, and the attacks are mixed with long range and short range, so it's not that bad. It is not bad at all. The fact that it's a low gauge is a great addition. The move lists are just they're good. They're really good. Fire bullets, burning blast, fire column, flame destroyer, Firefly. For Flame, I might just give it a whole 2 out of 5 for defense. I would give it a 3, but I don't want to. It's my video. 3 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, 2 out of 5 for running ability. Flame is an extremely okay fruit, and it's coming in at a 10 out of 20. Not bad at all, but still not even close to being the best fruit. It's definitely a fruit though. Falcon, yeah, Falcon. There you go, Falcon. Our first beast fruit, and it's it's the worst beast fruit out there, and it's pretty garbage. It's terrible. This fruit needs a definite rework. Definitely, I really hope it does, because this fruit just puts some poison in all the other beast fruits. You know what? You know what? Let's just go over it. So we got Plumage, Windburst, Bone Crusher, Soaring Talon, and Flight. Somehow all useless for Falcon. I'll be generous and just say 0 out of 5 for defense, 0 out of 5 for DPS, 1 out of 5 for abilities, 3 out of 5 for running ability, 4 out of 20. It's crazy how Spin somehow is better than Falcon. But to be fair, I like Spin, so maybe a little biased there, but still, hey, it's my video, so what are you gonna do about it, huh? What are you gonna... You all know Ice. You all been comboed by it, stunned with it. It's unfair. The Awakened version is just even more broken. It has M1s, of course. It's a Logia. It's the whole package. The moves are just terror in a nutshell. Ice Spears, Ice Surge, Ice Bird, and Glacial Epoch. How do you spell that? How am I supposed to spell Epoch? I'm gonna say Epoch. It's Epoch, alright? It's Epoch. It has impeccable stun abilities, and it has great combo effectiveness. I'll give Ice a 2.5 out of 5 for defense, 5 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, 0 out of 5 for running ability. You are not getting away, stop. In all, 10.5 out of 20. It's a great fruit for PvP. Sand is garbage. I will say that from my grave. It is garbage, even if it's awakened. It is so hard. I cannot get over how garbage they made sand. It did not even recover from the awakening state. It's so stupid. It is so... How do they mess up a fruit even in the second time? How do you even do that? They didn't even change half the moves. They didn't even do anything to this fruit. I hope it does, because it obviously needs it. It does nothing. It does absolutely squat zero. 1 out of 5 for defense, 2 out of 5 for DPS, 1 out of 5 for abilities, -1 for running ability. I genuinely just don't want to show the fruit. I don't even want to showcase the fruit. The abilities are just terrible. I think the only good ability is just Desert Funeral. That's really it. It's just Desert Funeral. But overall, 3 out of 20. That's they did something wrong with sand. I don't know how they just mess up that fruit so easily. Dark. That's a good thing to say about Dark. What is a good thing to say about Dark? I mean, it's good. You know, it's not bad. It was actually my first fruit. Then I accidentally bought Kilo thinking it wasn't gonna take away my fruit. even though it did say it was gonna take away my fruit if I bought another fruit, and it didn't listen, so didn't really get anything good from that one. It's not bad. It's not bad. The moves are dark rocks, black spiral, black hole, dark bomb. Good for sword means, I guess. I don't know. I have not used it in a while, in a hot while. I have not used this. Dark is coming in at a 1 out of 5 for defense, 2 out of 5 for DPS, 2 out of 5 for abilities, 0 out of 5 for running ability. It's not bad. Diamond. Diamond has convinced me that fruits can be filler. I genuinely, with my whole heart and soul, think that diamond is just filler, that they just needed some fruits and they just decided on the diamond fruit. This fruit does something and nothing at the same time. Name one time you have seen any diamond user, please, except for the first seed, please. The move list is encrust, beaming tackle, diamond hail, solar flare. I find it weird that you can't do any moves unless you have encrust enabled, but if you want to take slightly less damage, there you go. Instead of 5, you get 4.5. My bad. You're the king. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 for defense, 1 out of 5 for DPS, 0.5 for abilities, 0 out of 5 for running ability, 0 out of 5 and out. 4.5 out of 20. Light is... I'm pretty sure there's no need to introduce the light fruit. It's probably one of the most used fruits in the game. And if you went through the first sea without the light fruit, I'm deeply sorry. Please, forgive me. The move list consists of M1s, of course. Light ray. Barrage of light. Reflection kick. Sky beam barrage. And light flight. Light is one of the fruits that are detrimental in grinding, or just PvP in the first sea. I'll give the light fruit a 2.5 out of 5 for defense, 3.5 for DPS, 4 out of 5 for abilities. The running ability depends on the situation. If you're trying to run away because you got comboed by a door user, or just any other person, you are not gonna live. I'm sorry, you are not going to. It is a 0 out of 5 if you are low health. But if you didn't, and you're trying to run away from said door spammer, it's a 5 out of 5. Nobody's catching you if you're full health. You are safe, 100%. Especially if you have it awakened. It's a sure thing. But mixing the two, I'll just put it at a 3 out of 5. So in all, 13 out of 20. I really feel like rubber should have an awakened state or proper M1s. It feels terrible to play with me personally, but other people seem to have fun with it, so I mean that's pretty cool. The move lists are cannon, smash, rush, transformation, slingshot, and of course M1s. I don't know how to explain it. I personally do not like rubber whatsoever. I don't see why other people like it, but they seem to have fun with it. It's not bad. I like the transformation ability because it just buffs the other ones. So just like Gear 2. Rubber, I'll just give it a 2.5 for defense, 3 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, 1.5 for running ability. It's not bad, okay? It's just horrible for me. 9.5 out of 20. Off of what I've seen, it's a fun fruit, so whatever. I have only seen one person using barrier in my time playing bloxfruits, and I'm the one that gave him the fruit in the first place. Do not use this fruit, please. For your own sanity, wait till it gets some kind of buff, rework, something, cause this fruit is not real. This fruit is terrible. Please do not use this fruit. Anything you see on YouTube saying how it's good, they're lying to you. They are lying to you. Ghost is a good fruit. I think they really fixed it with the rework, and personally, they should have probably put the ghost fruit at 1 million. Instead of the whole 940 thing. I don't know why they did that. Just put it at 1,000,000. Just put it at 1,000,000. There's no rush. Just put it at 1,000,000. It's adding an extra 0 and changing that one. You know, I'm not gonna explain it. The moves are Shivering Possession, Spectral Release, Cries of the Underworld, Ghostbusters, and Wandering Soul. This fruit is just insanely OP. How you get to spawn 2 other skeletons that have the same fighting style as you and the same ability as you is actually overpowered. I'll give Ghost a good 2 out of 5 for defense, 4 out of 5 for DPS, 4 out of 5 for abilities, 3 out of 5 for running ability, 13 out of 20. It's a good fruit. It's a safe fruit. Nothing's wrong with it. Magma is just different. I don't know how to explain it. I've seen so little people with magma, yet the fan base just seems to praise it. I have not seen any magma play. I don't know if it's because I play in like a private server. I don't play it in that much. I don't know why I've not seen any, and not even one has killed me. Which is really saying something, because I am not good in PvP whatsoever. So there's 2 things. Either all magma players aren't good at PvP, or they're just grinding. The move list for magma is Magma Clap, Magma Eruption, Magma Fist, Magma Meteors, and Magma Floor. Excellent names. Gotta tell you that. Just 10 out of 10. I'll give it a 2 out of 5 for defense, 3 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, 0 out of 5 for running ability. Oh yeah, and please remember that I am not talking about the awakened versions. I'm talking about the unawakened version of these fruits. The awakened versions are going to be discussed at either the end of the video, or yeah, probably at the end of the video. Quake is just the fruit you first think that just because it's Whitebeard's devil fruit, you'll clear everybody in the game. You'll have 30 million bounty at the end of the day. It's just gonna be great for you. But when you actually play it, it's just horrible. I'm sorry. It's just horrible. I'll say it's a good fruit, but it's just one of those fruits that you just trade and not eat. This fruit desperately needs a rework. It really doesn't. Even the awakening to it, it's just terrible. Please don't get this fruit. The moves are Quake Punch, Quake Wave, Quake Erupt, and Dual Tsunami. The Dual Tsunami is just it's underwhelming, man. Roblox trying to do water is just so underwhelming. So you can't really. I don't even think it does actual damage either. It's just big, so you'll be able to get a lot of damage in, but not. It's like Control. You get a lot of hits on, but every hit is weak. Every hit is weak. So you can kind of pair it with Control, but the difference between Control and Quake is that Control kinda has more DPS than Quake. So you go.
One with a job.
Buddha is, without a single doubt in my mind, the best grinding fruit in the game. You simply cannot reach max level without this fruit. Well, I mean you can, but you can make it to max way faster with it. I would think the only disadvantage with Buddha is that you're literally a huge target that could easily be put in a combo, but while you're in that form, it gives you high damage reduction. So it kinda fixes that. Yeah, kinda. I would tell you the specific amount, but no. Well, anyway, the moves are, of course, Transform, Impact, Buddha Leap, Buddha Explosion. Now, Buddha is a 5 out of 5 for defense. It's just good. You had to see this coming. For the DPS, it kind of depends, it kind of depends. Are you a mouse abuser, or you're just weak? So I'm gonna put it in the middle, like 2.5 out of 5. For the abilities, I think Unawakened Buddha gets a 1 out of 5. They're quite horrible. They're just terrible. I'm sorry. They're just horrid. Once you get Transform, just use that. You don't need to level it up. And finally, 3 out of 5 for running ability. Yeah, you're probably not getting away. So actually, I'm gonna just put it at a 1 out of 5. You know, Buddha gets a 9.5 out of 20. That is not bad whatsoever. It is not bad whatsoever. Oh my god, this fruit is so annoying. If you could get any love user low, there is a 0 possibility chance that I'm going to kill a love user if I get them low. I don't understand. If I get them at least on barely 1,000, instantly gone. Heart shot, Cupid zone, irresistible attraction, besto friendo, JoJo reference, and flamingo ride. This rework is so good. It's good. It's a good rework and everything like that. But only if you are using it. If anyone else uses this fruit, it is instantly annoying. I don't know who decided that you could use the flamingo and your fruit at the same time while flying. That is such a cheaty move, because they can run away, attack, run away, attack, run away, attack. I don't understand. For love, it's 2 out of 5 for defense. The reason for this is basically just besto friendo. It's technically protecting you, so I mean, 3 out of 5 for DPS, 2.5 out of 5 for abilities, and 5 out of 5 for running ability. That flamingo is so fast for no goddamn reason. The spider fruit. To me, it's pretty cool, but you really gotta get close and have good timing. I know when I say that out loud, it really sounds like it needs a lot of work, but it's still a skill-based fruit, so I believe it's okay. The moves are a little bit wonk, but it's okay, you know? It's a fruit. But I really think it should be a trading fruit, like the quake. It really should be. It should not. You should not eat the spider fruit in any case. The moves are Spider Wrath, multi-string attack, overheated sniper, ultimate thread, and spider path. Overheated sniper, I don't know where they got that name from, but just 5 out of 5 right there. If there was a naming category, 5 out of 5 right there. Ultimate, just greatness. I'll give it a 0 out of 5 for defense, straight up. 2.5 out of 5 for DPS, 1.5 out of 5 for abilities, and 5 out of 5 for running ability. That Spider-Man thing is kind of hard to get it, but since nobody actually eats spider, you don't see it, but it's good for running away. If you can somehow, run and not get comboed, you're gonna get comboed. Sound is a pretty much new fruit, and I personally haven't used it much, so I can't really scale. But from other people's view and gameplay, I'll say it's a 1 out of 5 for defense, 4.5 out of 5 for DPS, 4 out of 5 for abilities, and 4 out of 5 for running ability. The moves are Rhapsody Notes, Fortissimo, Symphonic Radiance, Glorious Harmony, Temporo Prestissimo. It also has a meter. If you have it fully loaded, you get damage reduction, more damage, and more speed. So that's actually pretty cool. You may have questioned, why did I do the rating before the showcase? And my answer to that is, please, you try doing a script about all the fruits in bloxfruits without mistakes in a single day. I fully welcome you to do that. I'm a goofy. Phoenix is the type of fruit where if you saw it anywhere, you just say, hey, that's a phoenix. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I love those phoenix mains that just heal me. And any fruit that can heal is automatically a good fruit in my book. But the moves are just bad. I feel like it's just a healing factor. That's it. I'll give it a nice 2.5 out of 5 for defense, I guess. 2 out of 5 for DPS. Plus, I really feel like if you're running Phoenix, you really gotta run it with swords too, just to even it out, because I don't think it's enough to even kill a person. I really don't think so. Unless they're really brain dead, you cannot die by a Phoenix main. Or you're just AFK and they just jump you with a sword, so I really think you gotta run swords with it. But even if, I think the healing scales with the bloxfruit stat, I'm not sure. But if it does, it really just does not work at all. 3 out of 5 for abilities and 4 out of 5 for running ability. Phoenix is about a 11.5 out of 20. It somehow made it higher or on par with Buddha. I can't remember how much I rated Buddha, but it somehow made it into the 10s. So yeah, you can tell that my rating system is kind of dumb. But then again, you're on my channel, so you have to really expect that. Portal. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm gonna rate Portal. It's one of the most unique fruits out there. It's great, and it does exactly what you think it does, and works exactly how you think it works. Move list consists of M1s, Portal Dash, Parallel Escape, which makes you go invisible to players for a few seconds, World Warp, which makes you teleport to any island on the map, Quantum Leap, Dimensional Rift, which is probably one of the most visually appealing and stunning effects in the whole game. Rumble is an excellent PvP fruit. Great damage, great stuns, and all-around combo potential. Plus, it's also a Logia, I guess. I use that because I don't have anything to talk about. I do not use this fruit. I am not a PvPer. I just help people in raids. That's it. I mean, yeah, I get the occasional kill, but I promise you, I am not a good PvPer. I am not. I'm garbage at PvP. Trust me, please. Anyway, moves are Rumble Dragon, Sky Thunder, Sky Beam, Thunder Bomb, and Lightning Dash. I don't know anything about this fruit. All I know is that a lot of people who sweat in PvP destroy me with it. I'll give a Rumble a good 1 out of 5 for defense, 4 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, and 0 out of 5 for running ability. Rumble's rating is coming in at a 8 out of 20. For all those without calculators, there you go. You lazy pieces of... Anyone, and I mean anyone, who uses this fruit was forced at gunpoint to use it. You cannot tell me otherwise. Their family had to be forced and willed to do anything that robber has said to them. I don't understand why people use this fruit. I genuinely don't. Why would you? Why would you use this fruit? I don't care if you mean sword or gun. Do not use this fruit. I swear, and God forgive you if any of you weirdo stalactites put any points into bloxfruits while using this fruit. I will personally come to your house and... Blizzard is the type of fruit where every time you see it, you question, how did this guy get Blizzard? Or Blizzard? Really? Just use Iceman. You know, it's not that hard, you know. It's not that hard just to get ice. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know what they're doing to Blizzard, honestly. The moves are Snowflake Shuriken, Whiteout, Howling Wind, Blizzard Domain, and Tornado Flight. I literally only think people use Blizzard just for the Blizzard Domain. That's it. It's the only good move. I'll give it a 2 out of 5 for defense, 2.5 for DPS, 2 out of 5 for abilities, and 2 out of 5 for running ability. That leaves us at a nice, cool 8.5 out of 20. Alright, let's just get it over with. Blah, 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 blah. This fruit should not be even close to being what it's worth. It is horrid. Why was this fruit even created? I don't understand. Why is this fruit even here? The moves are Gravity Push, Gravity Obeisance, Meteor Push, Meteor Rain, and Boulder Flight. I don't understand this. They need to rework this. Mammoth. Mammoth is a great fruit, amazing fruit. I just got it from the bloxfruit dealer guy, so I don't really have much experience with it as yet. I did level it up to level 300, so I do have all the moves unlocked. And so far, mainly for PvP, it's a fruit that everyone needs if you're at least planning to at least just rise up in bounty. It stuns raid bosses. It's a non-stop barrage of just pain. The moves are Ancient Cutter, True prehistoric punt. Colossal crusher. Stampede. Transformation. Every move here has such cold names. I don't understand. You simply cannot tell me. I'll simp for Mammoth any day of the week. It clearly deserves it. I literally don't know how I don't see Mammoth users everywhere I go. Well, maybe because it's a mythical and it costs 2,350 Robux. And whoever has it refuses to trade unless it's ridiculous, like a dragon and a leopard. You know the ratings are about to break. 5 out of 5 for defense, 5 out of 5 for DPS, 5 out of 5 for abilities, 2.5 out of 5 for running ability. Because it doesn't really matter how fast you are. You are a big prehistoric mammal that is especially low. People are coming for you.
17.5 out of 20 fully biased.
Unawakened Dough is a pretty underwhelming fruit. It literally only picks up once you get Awakened Dough. Please, unless you have a high level friend that can help you get the Awakened version, do not eat it. Just either save it till you're maxed or simply trade it. Dough will probably always be in demand, so a lot of people need it. The moves are Fried Dough, Sticky Dough, Carved Dough, Restless Dough Barrage, Roller Donut. The only fun move I would say is just the Restless Dough Barrage, but the problem with that is it doesn't do much damage. I'll give it a 1 out of 5 for defense, 4 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, 3.5 out of 5 for running ability. Unawakened Dough is really just okay. Not really good for grinding at all. 11.5 out of 20. Shadow is just a fruit. I mean, it's great. I think it's underrated. Not much people use it, you know? In my opinion, it doesn't really need a rework, assuming the rumors are right about it. They should have probably just done that to Gravity. Please, do the rework to Gravity. Please. The moves are Somber Rebellion, Shade Nest, Nightmare Leech, Corvus Torment, and Umbrage.
Chris was an absolute dumbass and forgot to record his voice while doing Shadow, but I did hear that he said 2.5 out of 5 for defense, 3 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, and 3 out of 5 for running ability. He is very sorry and is wondering why there has been no explosions in the last 30 seconds.
Most people on TikTok, I see that they're just saying how good Venom is. The damage over time is great, but personally, I really can't get in with Venom. I just can't, but I assure you, every time I fight a Venom user, I rethink my life decisions, and I wish I didn't see bloxfruits. Anyway, the moves are Poison Daggers, Noxus Shot, Toxic Fog, Serpent's Wrath, Transformation. I'll give Venom the old 2 out of 5 for defense. In its awakened form, it's 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, and 3.5 for running ability. And that's around 13.5 out of 20. Not bad. It's a great fruit, and most 30 million bounty players probably get to 30 million with Venom. Control. What's a good thing to say about control? Spirit might be one of the most creative fruits of the game. It's confusing and a radioactive nuclear bomb.
It has M1s that, depending on which color the meter is on, it either gives you a healing spirit or a harming spirit.
It's kind of hard to explain, but probably not since I'm just dumb. The moves of Spirit are Frostfire Grasp, Wrath of Ra, Wrath of Shu, End of Times. End of Times goes unbelievably hard. I mean, come on. Sky Ruler. I'll give a monumental 0 out of 5 for defense. Wait, no, I don't. Actually, no. 2 out of 5 for defense, because the spirits. But you just gotta time it for when it's in the red zone. So 2 out of 5 for defense, 4 out of 5 for DPS, 4 out of 5 for abilities, 3 out of 5 for running ability. Not a bad food by any means. It's actually quite useful for PvP. It just looks so majestic. I mean, come on, look at those 2 goblins. Dragon doesn't really need an introduction. I've seen some people say how Dragon doesn't need any reworks, and other people saying how it really does. But personally, I just genuinely think that it needs a rework. The reason for it is that, honestly, getting something for 2600 Roblox without having M1s is an absolute crime against humanity. I'm not asking for any like flash M1s or something like that, but just something. I mean, just make it consistent. The move list is Heat Wave Beam, Dragonic Claw, Fire Shower, Dragon Flight, Transformation, of course. I'll give Dragon 4 out of 5 for defense, 4 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, and 4 out of 5 for running ability. Dragon is pretty fun for 1v1s. Everything gets so much more destructive when you're in the transformation and you do any move, plus the hitbox. Leopard, yeah, we made it to the end of the tunnel. I still have to do more. The most expensive fruit in the game for a reason. This fruit is the definition of pay to win. Even transforming into the damn leopard itself does damage. What is this? It's just free bounty from whoever you decide to pounce on. The moves are just Toy Story. I don't understand. Finger revolver? Spiraling kick? After image assault? And transformation. There's more. Body flicker. What does that even mean? I really want to know who decided on these names. I mean, what the heck is body flicker? You could have easily gotten a better name, like, I don't know, Present Pounce. Yeah, present Pounce. Yeah, that's good. Position to make it Present Pounce. Yeah, that's hot. Leopard, to no one's surprise, is a 4 out of 5 for defense, 5 out of 5 for DPS, 4 out of 5 for abilities, 3.5 out of 5 for running ability. So basically a 16.5 out of 20. Not a bad fruit in the slightest. I'm not sure how it does in the farming type of things, but then again, how will you get your hands on a leopard if you're not maxed? I mean, if you're lucky, I guess, if you get it from a gacha thing. But I feel like you would have to set it, you know? I don't know why you would eat the leopard. You could just sell it for like a dragon. You could get a lot. Who am I talking to? We're going on to the awakening states. Yeah, the awakened flame. It really just makes it so much more destructive. It's not much to be said. With Awakened Flame, it really just makes it so much better. Everything is way faster and it does so much more damage. It's kind of cool. Exactly how an Awakened state should be. The moves are Explosive Fireflies, Prominence Burst, Flaming Vortex, Hell's Core, Rocket Flight. I'll give it a 1.5 out of 5 for defense, 4 out of 5 for DPS, 3.5 out of 5 for abilities, and 4 out of 5 for running. Awakened Flame stands at a 13 out of 20. Ice, the awakened version of Ice, just made everything so much more annoying. Plus bigger. AoE for some reason. You can now stun with most of your moves, because you have the ability to not care anymore and just, you know, ice skate on bare grass. God bless America. The moves are Cold Storm, Glacial Surge, Frozen Dragon, Absolute Zero, Ice Skating. I'll give Awakened Ice a 1 out of 5 for defense, 4.5 out of 5 for DPS, 3.5 out of 5 for abilities, and for the running ability, I have never seen any ice user use the skating when on land when fighting, probably because ice users don't run because they just stun and just kill you instantly. Whatever, it's fine. I hate ice, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Just probably air camp to counter it, and they call you easy air camper and just spam easy 30 times. Awakened Sand is garbage. Dark is just a visually appealing picture of the awakening of dark. It's just a part of the V4 Google. It's so similar, but without any actual effects. The moves are just meh, you know? It's just okay. It's not anything special, but at the same time, it is special because it's awakened. The moves are dimensional slash, abyssal darkness, endless hole, world of darkness, and ghastly step. For some reason, I just think, maybe, this is just me, this is just me, Dark V1 is the better version. Hold on now, don't pull out the pitchforks yet. Don't, hold on. It's just not worth 14,500 fragments. It's just not, okay? Don't waste it. Don't waste all those fragments unless you just like the fruit. Do not do that. It's not worth it in the slightest. I'll rate it a 1 out of 5 for defense, 3 out of 5 for DPS, 3 out of 5 for abilities, and 2 out of 5 for running ability. Ghastly step isn't that useful at all. Light version 1 is good by itself, but if you decide to get the version 2, it just makes it 2 times better. It's just great. It really does. I don't think you should awaken the full fruit because you should be trying to get Buddha at this point if you're in the second sea. So you should probably just get that and just probably awaken the F and the Z ability. Those abilities are all that you really need. The move list for Light version 2 is of course M1s, Divine Arrow, Hand of the Emperor, Light Speed Destroyer, Wrath of God, Shining Flight. I use light till like level 1500, so I have a lot, and I mean a lot of experience with this. I'm gonna try not to be biased here. So 1 out of 5 for defense, 3.5 out of 5 for DPS, and just the same for light version 1. The running ability just depends if you're low health or high health. If it's high, you are getting out of there. If it's low, you are dying. I'm sorry. Again, 2.5 out of 5. Oh yeah, and I forgot about the abilities. I give the abilities a 3 out of 5. So, in all, Awakened Light is a 10 out of 20. Not bad in the slightest. Awakened Magma is one of the best sea beast killing, boss murdering, rootin' tootin' boom boom lava making fruit in the game. I would get Awakened version of Magma, but you see, yeah, I got no explanation. I'm just too lazy to get it. I do not want it. But in the few Magma users I've seen in my bloxfruits time, I guarantee you that I have had nightmares about the magma shower. The moves for Awakened Magma are Magma Shower, Volcanic Assault, Great Magma Hound, Volcanic Storm, and Beast Ride. I believe Magma can be a good PvP fruit, and I think most people already knew that. But come on, it's a YouTube video about a game on Roblox. At least one part has to be repetitive. I think it's required by law at this point. I'll rate Magma 2 out of 5 for defense. I'm counting that if you have the enemy caught in the magma, it technically counts as a defensive thing. 4 out of 5 for DPS, 3.5 out of 5 for abilities, and 3 out of 5 for running ability. It's like a 50-50 chance that you're gonna get destroyed if you're trying to run. Quake. This fruit's V2 is absolutely garbage. All you get is 2 more waves. I'm done. Apparently, the devs decided that Buddha isn't already overpowered enough, so why not make it 10 times bigger and have a bigger damage reduction? Because why not? And you know what? Let's just throw in the fact that Buddha doesn't take any damage from the water, because you know what? That's fun. You know what? Let's just make when you shift, you just transform into a Titan. You know what? Let's just do that. It has the whole animation of the whole thing. It literally just reminds me of the one scene in Attack on Titan. Now that I say it out loud, it probably was made with inspiration towards it, but I'm sure you get it by now. It's literally one of the best fruits in the game. You always just need Buddha just in case. You know, it's just one of the most safest fruits that you could get, and it's even more better if you have it permanent. The moves for Buddha is of course Shift. I wish they changed it to, I don't know, something, you know, with more pizzazz. Heavenly Impact, Light of Annihilation, Twilight of the Gods, Distribution Dash. I'll rate it a nice 5 out of 5 for defense. Come on, I mean, kind of, Buddha. And now for the DPS, again, it just depends on what sword you're using, all that. If you're a flipping mouse abuser, whatever. But again, I think I'm gonna have to put it at 2.5 out of 5. I might be wrong though, because I'm not insane enough to put my stats into bloxfruits when I'm using Buddha. And of course, if you're only using the sword DPS, it's a 5 out of 5. Come on now. If you're past level 1850, you'll understand. For abilities, I'll give Buddha a 3 out of 5. 1 out of 5 for running ability. I don't believe you're getting away when you're the size of a building, unless you transform out. But at the same time, if you're running, the chances are you're low health. So the only way you can somehow get away is if they have the aim of a 4-year-old with a sniper. So in all, it doesn't really work out. Awakened Buddha is a 11 out of 20. Awakened Spider, it's something. I genuinely forgot that Spider had even awakened state. I didn't know that it had anything. I just thought it was just a normal fruit. But from what I've seen, it's actually not that bad. It's relatively a safe fruit and a safe awakening. May God forgive you if you spent 17,300 fragments to fully awaken Spider. The only reason I'll maybe allow it is if your friend said no balls. You won't, or you just like the fruit. That's it. That's the only passes you get. The move list for awakened Spider is Thermal Laceration, Silk Prison, Eternal White, Heavenly Punishment, and Spider Hallway. Excellent names, just the coldest of names. I'm shivering in my boots. No sarcasm intended. I don't know why they went so hard. The rating for Awakened Spider is 0 out of 5 for defense. You, if you think I'm wrong. 3 out of 5 for DPS. 3 out of 5 for abilities. You, I like them. And 4 out of 5 for running ability. Spider-Man is me, and I'm Spider-Man. You. Anyway, 8 out of 20. Phoenix. Awakened Phoenix. Awakened Phoenix is just 95% visual change and a sound change, and the other 5% is just the damage. I'm sorry, but even in its awakened state, it's just not good in PvP at all. I mean, it just looks cool. The only thing it's good for, and why I assume people use it, is because it heals you. And you may be asking, does the healing make up for the 0 offensive moves? Kinda. I mean, a little tiny bit. The moves for Awakened Phoenix are Cremation Cannon, Blue Flames, Flame Exodus, Blazing Plumage. This is the transformation. I don't know why they didn't name this transformation. Swift Flight. I might be seriously wrong here, but Cannon, really, they could have done something better. 100%. I'll rate it like a good 4 out of 5 for defense. Healing in this case definitely counts. I don't care. The fact that it's a low gear, I guess 1 out of 5. It adds in there. Good 1 out of 5 for DPS. 3.5 out of 5 for abilities. They all look amazing. 4 out of 5 for running ability. It's a great fruit if you want to constantly heal. I don't know what you're healing from if you don't do any damage, but for running away and healing, there you go. That's your fruit. The Awakened Phoenix score is 12.5 out of 20. Awakened Rumble. Rumble basically... Rumble's Awakening is basically just version 1, but it's more annoying. Visually annoying, spiritually annoying, just everything packed into the most sweaty, mouth-watering fruit for PvP players. Not much really changes in the V2, except for your fragment count. So for me personally, if I had to choose the C ability and X ability, I'm no 30 million bounty player, but that's just me. The moves are Lightning Beast, Thunderstorm, Sky Judgment, Thunderball Destruction, and Electric Flash. Awakened Rumble's rating is coming in at a 1 out of 5 for defense, 5 out of 5 for DPS, 3.5 out of 5 for abilities, and 1 out of 5 for running ability. Yep, the dough fruit, there you go. The dough fruit is clearly one of the best fruits in the game, only when it's awakened though. Do not use this fruit normally. You will get obliterated, I promise you. But to get it back on track, Awakened Dough does not need an introduction. I mean, you've probably gotten comboed by it, spammed by it, probably spammed by it a little bit more. But the moves for Dough is just commonly just great. Just M1s, Missile Jab, Pastry River. This move, this shouldn't be in the game. This should not be in the game. I simply cannot tell you how much I've gotten absolutely jumped, surprised, or the utter fear and shock I get from this move. Please remove it or replace it, please. So it has no, at least make it have no air alternative for it, please. That's all I ask. That's all. It's not that hard. Piercing Clothesline. You have definitely experienced this. Dollfist Fusillade, not that annoying, but if you get caught in it, chances are you aren't getting out. Scorching Donut. For some reason, this move can float on water. Why, you may ask? I'm afraid you're gonna have to take that up with the garbage, because that's where your question is going after you dare question the almighty Awakened Dough. I'll rate Dough a 1 out of 5 for defense, 5 out of 5 for DPS, 4 out of 5 for abilities, 3 out of 5 for running ability. Believe me, I hate this fruit. I wish it with all my might that it will go away. But as long as you literally hate it, you can't deny that it's literally one of the most best fruits. 13.5 out of 20. Now, you may have wondered why haven't any fruits gotten a perfect score of 20 out of 20. And that's the real thing about bloxfruits, or any game in general. There is no real 100% amazing thing. They all have specific abilities that are good in situations. For example, defense. It goes to Dragon. And you may have thought, why not Buddha? And the reason for that is Dragon, even though you transform into the dragon, the hitbox isn't the full dragon. It's just the head. And considering that Dragon has immense DPS when transformed, plus the hitbox, plus the damage reduction, while in the form, you can maybe see why. Now for the DPS, the winner is obviously Dough. Considering the whole fruit is all-in-one Logia, constant damage, fast mobility, you can see why it's such a high damage, and it's pretty much worth the 18,500 fragments it takes to awaken it fully. It really is, but I really gotta make sure you only get the awakened version, not the unawakened version. It is not good. Please do not waste your time and focus. Well, you're gonna need the unawakened version to get the awakened version, so only eat it once you know for sure that you're gonna get the awakened version. Just trying to help you, please. Abilities goes to sound, obviously. It's great. It's a good fruit. The visual effects that has gone into that one fruit is actually insane. It looks amazing. It has literally one of the most explosive, more visual marvels, the ultimates in the whole game. I really think that they put in a lot of work, and it's clearly showing. It really doesn't go unnoticed. The running ability, to no one's surprise, goes to Portal. It's literally so easy to run away, and as long as they don't get you in a one-shot combo, you are fine. If there is at least a 1 second window, you can press M1 then X, then you're free. It's too easy, and then it's just up to your ankle breaking ability to carry you, but I'm pretty sure you understand by now. You're getting away, most definitely. And honestly, if I were to say exactly what the best fruit in the game is, it is simply Buddha. Simple as that. If it was multiple, I would say it's Mammoth, Dough, Dragon, and Buddha. And that's it. That's really it. If you enjoyed watching this for an ungodly reason, please get off YouTube and eat your local bird. Bye.